Hey, Shocker Nation, welcome back for another edition of the Fink&Friends show, and this is homecoming week here at Waterville. What a week it's been. And Jaden, could we get some of the decorations? We're on site here at Waterville School, and Mrs. Fleggett and her son Marcus did all of these decorations for homecoming. So Jaden's just showing you that right now. Unbelievable. Joining me here, special guests at the beginning of our show today, are the 8th grade junior high football players from Waterville. We do have some Mansfield teammates up there in Mansfield that are 8th graders. Michael Martin, Noah Sadler. Easton's a 7th grader, right? Yep, but Noah and Michael are 8th grade teammates. So we have eight 8th grade junior high football players. So Coach Kendrick, get ready. These guys are coming up next year to play high school football. How's football going so far? Let's start with Landon. Landon, how's football going so far? Here, you got to hold the mic.
It's going pretty good, Fink.
Right up by your mouth.
It's going pretty good, Fink.
Good. What's your favorite part so far?
Favorite part? Getting the dubs.
Getting the dubs.
We get to ring the bell.
We get to ring the bell if we get the victory.
Exactly. That's why I like getting the dubs.
That's right. So tonight at 4:00. So this afternoon at 4:00 up in Mansfield, the Colonel football team taking on Soap Lake. The Eagles are coming to town, and we need a victory. What's one thing that you guys need to do in order to get the win tonight? Ben, what would you say?
Outside contain and shut down their number 22 is their best player.
Nice. I think Ben Vbrock has good analysis. Outside contain and shut down number 22, the best player. Okay, let's just meet everybody here real quick. Just say your name, full name, and also offense and defensive position that you play. Here we go.
Kale Daling, left guard, running back, and nose guard.
Ben Vbrock, center and nose guard.
Landon Fleggett. I pretty much play everywhere.
Dallas Adams, backup quarterback and wide receiver.
Angus Jones, wide receiver and DN. Ty Nelson, running back and middle linebacker.
Nice. Yep, so here are the 8th grade junior high football players. Now, Ty, let's talk real quick. Last year you played mostly quarterback. This year you're playing more running back. What do you think about running back compared to quarterback?
I like running back a lot better because in 8-man, you don't do as much passing, a lot more running. So I feel like running back, you get the ball a lot more action.
That's true. Angus, this is your first year playing football. How are you liking it? Tell us a little bit about playing football.
It's fun. I really like that I get to tackle people and not get in trouble for it. Yeah, it's just been fun. I'm still trying to get used to it a little bit.
Perfect.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Glad you're playing. Dallas, I went up to your guys' last game up in Liberty Bell last Saturday. You guys defeated Liberty Bell, and you got to play quite a bit of quarterback that game, and you have quite the arm. So I know you guys like to go out here on the football field and practice quite a bit. Do you have any favorite throws that you like to make? Like, is it deep? You like to make, one to the sideline? What do you think?
I like to throw it deep. And yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Throw it long. Okay, Landon, you said you play everywhere. What about Landon? We know that you have made a couple bets with your coach, Coach Jardine, this season. You made one in particular the first week of the NFL season. Just tell everybody about that bet.
We lost. We lost that bet. We had to do 2 goalposts. And as it may be, I made another one on the Vikings-Bears game. And that'll be 10 goalposts if we lose. But we're not going to lose.
So you need the Vikings to win this weekend? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got a couple more guys here to get a good question from. Ben Vbrock, tell us, you gave some great analysis on Soap Lake. tell us a little bit about the last time you guys played Soap Lake. Just, it was a good game, but just tell Shocker Nation how it went.
They ran outside a lot, and our DNs were getting caught running inside, and they got lots of big plays that really shut us down.
And didn't they have a kickoff return for a touchdown in the fourth quarter? Okay. So Kale, special teams, important kickoff return. Who's Ty, you've been kicking a little bit. Who else has been kicking this year?
It's been me, Jackson from Mansfield. He's kicked a couple, and Mac. He's kicked 2.
Okay. Now, is 22 the big, tall kick returner that took it all the way back? Okay, so the big, tall guy, though, I mean, he was pretty impressive on the kick return. So we got to keep it away from him. Kale, let's see, Kale. So we've got Soap Lake tonight, Eniat next week, and then that's a wrap on your junior high season. How excited are you, Kale, for high school football?
I'm pretty excited for high school football. I really don't think we're ready enough for it, but we'll get there.
Nice. Okay, guys. Hey, thanks for being on the Fink&Friends show this morning. I'm going to let you guys go back to class, and I'm going to bring in some high school volleyball players here. Okay? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we are joined by my special guests, 2 sophomore high school volleyball players here, Hannah Nelson and Holly Finkbeiner. Welcome to the show, girls. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking high school volleyball. We do have a big game tonight. It's a league game against Riverside Christian. We've got this great poster in the background by Mrs. Fleggett and her son Marcus. But, Riverside Christian, I did see in the standings, they're actually kind of in the middle of the league standings. So they have been getting some wins. So don't overlook them tonight. But with that said, a big game coming up on Saturday down in Eniat against the Tigers. Eniat won the league last year. They also won the district tournament in Wenatchee. So you guys have played them a few times already this year. You guys played them at a couple of tournaments. You played them here in Waterville. You defeated the Tigers here. Can we defeat the Tigers on Saturday in Eniat? Hannah, what do you think?
I think we definitely can. I mean, if we just play like how we've been playing, I think we can definitely beat them.
So Hannah, you're one of our middle hitters, or middle players. I don't know all the volleyball terms as well as you guys do, but you're one of the middle players, and so you're in charge of controlling that net quite a bit. Just talk to us about what some of the you love volleyball, Hannah. So what are some of your favorite things about being up by the net?
There's definitely a lot of action. I mean, blocking, hitting, tipping, all that kind of stuff.
And then you're also a very capable back row player, though, too. You're a good passer, as my wife Jackie always says. And so what are some of the let's talk about technique here really quick. Fundamentals of passing in volleyball, so this is serve receive. What if you're teaching me how to pass in volleyball, what are some of the tips that you would give me?
If it's like a big hit, I suggest like sit on it. Don't swing your arms because it'll go out of control. Yeah, just let it hit off because it's already got that momentum. So it's just gonna, and then so you can get it to the setter easily. So the setter doesn't have to run around all the time.
Okay, talking technique with Hannah Nelson. She is a very capable volleyball player for the Shockers. Now we've got Holly Finkbeiner too, Hannah's classmate and teammate. Holly is an outside hitter, and I give her a bad time about that because you're supposed to have hops to be able to be an outside hitter, and Holly isn't necessarily have the biggest jumping ability, yet she does a great job. Holly, what do you think some of the keys to beating Eniat are? They have some talented players. They've got a good program, but how can we make sure that we defeat them?
I think coverage is going to be really important, especially on like their tipping. They tip a lot angled, so it's not as much right over the blocker. It's more towards a side. I don't think we have to worry about hitting too much. We're doing okay there. So
Our hitting or their hitting?
theirs.
Okay, so we have good coverage on hitting versus hitting, but you're talking about more of the tipping. Who are some of their? I mean, you don't have to know their names, but who are some of their numbers that do well at the net as far as tipping?
Both their middles, number 4 and number 9. I think those are their numbers.
Okay, so I'll be watching for that. Now, if Hannah is patrolling the middle, and we've got some other middles like Evalee and Ava, but if Hannah and those girls are patrolling the middle, then whose job is it to cover those kind of angled tips?
It's well, if they tip right, it's your setter or your right side, and then your outsides. So whoever's short covering that, yeah.
Okay, so you and Tierra are outside hitters, and then Georgia right side, and Jada setter, Maddie right side. So those girls are responsible for covering these angles. Okay, wow. Some extensive volleyball analysis. Now let's talk. Hey, this is something that Shocker Nation definitely needs to be aware of, okay? And it's this RPI stuff. The WIA has the RPI, and it's just so confusing. It really is. We know about it in basketball because, we've been there in basketball. The volleyball team is 5th right now in the RPI, so congratulations. That's awesome. Yet, the RPI is not what determines seeding at state. It's only a factor that the seeding committee uses. So what can be kind of your guys' mindset right now with being 5th in the RPI, but knowing it's just a factor that, what can be your mindset, Holly?
I think the mindset I would choose is to just kind of ignore that and to just keep playing like the best that you can play. And if you're really that good, then that's great, but you still have to not look at that so much because it really doesn't determine where you're gonna be.
Nice. That's a good answer. Yeah.
You have to prove it.
Yeah, you have to prove it. It's a good answer. Hannah, what are kind of your thoughts on state rankings and going to state, but you still have games like INEAT and districts, and just talk to us a little bit about your mindset.
I mean, I don't really think the seeding, like the ranking matters. I mean, it's just how you play. If you play really good, I mean, just like what she said, you have to earn it.
Yeah, I mean you can beat anybody if you play well, right? So earlier in the season, probably your toughest game so far, in my opinion, other than maybe some of the teams at the tournaments, was ACH. And, they handled us pretty good the first 2 games, and then the third game was a really good game. Hannah, if we see ACH again, are you more confident with playing them?
Yes, definitely, because we've already played them once, and we almost beat them that third match. I think we can beat them, because Odessa beat them. We beat Odessa. We can definitely beat them.
All right, well, Shocker Nation, we just took a little time, homecoming week, talked to the junior high boys today, football team, and then also a couple varsity high school volleyball players getting ready for a big game tonight against Riverside Christian. Don't overlook them. And then, of course, INEAT on Saturday. So, all right, thanks, girls.